If Lincoln lit the fire of hope, the 17th president, Andrew Johnson, was the man who stomped it out. Some called him the impersonation of imbecility, and many historians still rank him near the bottom. Hi, I'm Papa G, sharing how our presidents tried and sometimes failed to stitch the nation back together. Johnson had once been a tailor, but when he took the needle to the torn fabric of the Union, he left the seams gaping. His presidency started on the wrong foot. At his own vice presidential inauguration, Johnson drank too much whiskey and slurred his way through his oath of office. Newspapers quickly branded him the drunken tailor. When Lincoln was assassinated weeks later, that same tailor was suddenly commander-in-chief. Johnson's loyalties were complicated. He had stayed with the Union during the war, but once president, he pardoned hundreds of Confederates and restored their power. Worse still, he believed in white supremacy. Johnson openly said that black Americans were inferior and opposed their right to vote. When Congress passed the 14th Amendment to grant citizenship to freedmen, Johnson campaigned against it, even comparing himself to Jesus while heckling his own crowds on a disastrous speaking tour. Congress finally had enough. They overrode his vetoes, stripped away his control, and impeached him for violating the Tenure of Office Act. When he tried to fire his Secretary of War, Johnson survived removal by a single vote. But his presidency was already in tatters. The tailor, who should have sewn up the nation, instead unraveled it further, leaving scars that lasted for generations. Next time, the 18th president, Ulysses S. Grant, the general who saved the Union on the battlefield and now had to save it from his predecessor's wreckage.